Hey, perfect spirit. I'm Sam the Miracle Man. Now let's create that miracle, that transformation in your life right here, right now. You have that power within you to create the reality of your dreams. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. I talk about getting rid of all this head trash. That's all the stories, the worries, the beliefs, the anxiety, the stress. That's all rooted in head trash. So we need to throw that stuff out. It's not serving us, it's not supporting us. So we're letting all that stuff go. So we have to realize, we're making choices, decisions. Just believe in them and trust in them because there is no wrong way to live life. That each decision is perfect because everything is here for your experience, your human experience. So we're meant to have all sorts of experiences, and there's no such thing as a wrong experience or an incorrect experience. All experiences are valid, all paths are valid. We're ultimately perfect spirit. But we get hung up, we get attached to this body, we overthink things, and we're just creating too much stress. So you just have to look at your choices here in this moment. Is this moment, this opportunity here in front of you, is this allowing you to live your best life? Or is it causing you to slow down, to constrict? So only you can see if that is the case for you. Like when I was dealing with multiple sclerosis, I didn't know there was any other way. I thought this was my lot in life to be a disabled man for the rest of my life with all these health issues. And it could have been that way, and that would have been perfect because that would have been my experience for my soul to grow, how to live life as a disabled man. But I wasn't accepting that. There had to be a different way. But I didn't know I was on the path of a different way because spirit operates step by step by step. So I was never focused on healing. I thought I was stuck with multiple sclerosis, bipolar, psoriasis, arthritis, migraines. I thought I was stuck with all that stuff. So I had no concept of healing any of that. It was just simply, I learned, somehow I learned to trust my own instincts. So when I read that meditation brings inner peace, I simply knew I needed that. So I began with a 5-minute practice. And that 5-minute practice changed everything. Within 2 weeks, I discovered that I have these thoughts, this head trash, but I am not that head trash. So after I discovered I wasn't my thoughts, my stories, because I was always identified with my beliefs. I have MS, I have this, I have that. I was attached to my labels. But there was a freedom there when I realized, oh, I'm not any of that. I'm not my thoughts, I'm not my beliefs. So the next big question was, well, if I'm not my thoughts, then who am I? Ask yourself, if I'm not my thoughts, my opinions, my beliefs, who are you? You are the soul, the spirit, the consciousness, the energy that animates this body. That is ultimately who you are, perfect spirit. But we forget this. The mind plays this game. We forget who we really are. We're so attached to the body, our conditions, our experience, life. But we are life itself, not the experience of life. So it doesn't matter the experience that you're having right now. Are you growing from this experience or is it misery for you? When I was sick, it was misery, but I know there was another way out. I simply learned to say, hey, meditation brings peace. I need that. So I never had a spiritual teacher tell me how to sit, hold my hands, breathe. Because if I had all those rules, I would still been in the overthinking mind, the busyness of the mind. So just let that go and realize there's no wrong choices. There is no wrong decisions. You simply have to reflect and notice, is this the life I want to live? And if it's not, you can change course, you can change direction. These circumstances aren't supporting me. I choose to go a different way. And I chose the route of peace. And I later saw that peace is ultimately the energy of transformation of miracles. Because peace is perfect spirit. It's that silent witness that doesn't judge this moment. There's no one above you keeping a list saying they're bad, they're doing bad things, they're like the naughty or nice list. They're simply not doing that because ultimately it's one perfect spirit, and these different human expressions are different, you know, beings on different planets, societies, that we're not the only intelligent life form in the universe. Just look out, there's trillions of galaxies, it's infinite, and we are the infinite. So there's no wrong choices, and there's no bad choices, just a choice that supports you in this moment. So if this moment is undesirable, then you just have to look. What can I do to change this situation? What is the one step? That's all it is, one step at a time. The mind wants to chase all these steps, but ultimately it comes down to that one step. When I heard that meditation equals inner peace, I said, I need that. And the first step was to sit in the chair. The second step was to close my eyes. This third step was to relax. And you see, it's just unfolding step by step. I didn't sit there and plan like, all right, I'm going to sit in the chair, I'm going to close my eyes, I'm going to do this, that, and the other thing. That's all this planning. We don't need to figure it out. We just operate life at one step at a time. And then the magic happens, the miracle happens, because we're living from spirit at that point, not worried about the outcome, worried about the task at hand, not the fruits of the labor. And that's really, I think, what we're missing in life. We get so hung up on the stories outside of ourselves that we forget who we really are. You are perfect spirit. Relax. There are no bad choices, just the right choice for you. And is it the right choice for you? Are you just being reactive, following the leader, if you will? Are you stepping back and say, hey, is this the best course of action for my human experience? It's really that simple. Is this the best choice for your human experience? I think that's a good title. I'll write that down. Best choice for human experience. Because that's ultimately what it comes down to. Is this the best choice in this moment for a human experience? If it's not, take a step in a different direction. Because this spirit is going to force you outside your comfort zone. Because the mind likes the familiar, likes things that it knows. When you step into a different direction, the mind can freak out. And that's the thing. I had no outcome, no real goal. I just simply knew meditation brings inner peace. I'm like, I need that. So what's the first step? Sit in the chair. The mind can't protest you sitting in a chair. But if I went through planning all these things to get into peace, my mind would have churned lots of stories, lots of rules, looking up how do I meditate. So I focus on sitting up straight, holding my hands in mudras, breathing a certain technique. All that stuff just adds to the mental noise. So don't do so much research. I used to read everything and anything about my diseases, the medications I was taking. It was really insane that the reality that I was creating, because what you focus on expands, it grows. So you start reading about everything about multiple sclerosis or bipolar, you're locking that into place. It's like you're just locking it in place. But you say, body has bipolar, and you just let it be and it will fade away. But if it was only that simple, it is a practice of detachment, if you will, of separating from this mental noise and living from spirit. And we simply do that by being here in this moment. Where are your feet? Where are your hands? What are you touching in this moment? That's all that's required of you. So ask yourself, is this the best choice for your human experience? If it's not, what's that one step you can take to change direction? All right. Well, have a great night. Take good care of yourself.